All right, this is case study number 7, Google, Apple, and Facebook battle for your internet experience. Start with an introduction here. This case study explains the significance of three major internet competitors, Google, Apple, and Facebook. They each have their own areas of expertise. For example, for Apple, it is their services and applications for mobile devices. For Google, it's their world-leading search engine or their online advertising. And for Facebook, it's their mobile advertising with specific advertisements. Each of these want to expand and connect users to the internet in a more effective and simple way. Current IT events. Apple recently released the iPhone 11, which I took the liberty of purchasing. um, the Google Nest Hub, which is kind of like a new home center deal, and then the Google Pixel phone, and finally Facebook released the Facebook portal, which is displayed in the bottom right image. All right, start us off with our first question. Compare the business models and core competencies of Google, Apple, and Facebook. Google, the money is generated through promotion of advertisement software and mobile products. They also use indexes to scan pages to help link people to data. Apple, the money comes from the App Store, the Apple Music, and other varieties of services that they provide. They get a lot of support from their AI system, Siri. Um, Facebook, the money comes from the advertisements that they provide on the pages of their users. They also launched Facebook Search, which helps users in a social search situation. It's not the same as like a Google search, but it's kind of more specific because it analyzes each page. Second question, why is mobile computing so important to these three firms? Evaluate the mobile strategies of each firm. For Apple, their mobile devices, the iPod, iPhone, iPod Touch, and the iPad. The App Store made them super popular as a mobile computing powerhouse because their devices are so attractive and the applications are very helpful. For Google, their advertising on mobile devices, the search engine for mobile devices, they have the Android network, which is one of the biggest right now, and they also incorporate mobile friendliness, so they're trying to make mobile devices more easy to access. For Facebook, they have mobile advertisements and mobile ad platforms such as the Oculus virtual reality that they just purchased. Social media is their way to control the web, according to Mark Zuckerberg, because it has news, videos, and images. Next question. What is the significance of search to the success or failure of mobile computing? How have Apple and Facebook attempted to compete with Google? Where the strategies succeed? I said they all rely on search to survive, however, none relies more on search than Google. Apple created the App Store, which resulted in the production of apps that encourage mobile device use. And then Facebook competes to create advertisements. So Facebook is trying to provide internet to underserved areas, and if they can provide drones and satellites to these areas, then they can potentially surpass Google and dominate the global advertising. Last question, or one of the last questions: which company and business model do you think is most likely to dominate the internet and why? I believe Facebook will dominate the internet because their management has developed searching software and a stronger AI than Apple. A majority of the global population would have the potential to download Facebook thanks to the drones and satellites that are reaching the underserved areas. They have an attractive platform because they have videos, media, and provides ways for people to network. All right. Next question. What difference would it make to a business or to an individual consumer if Apple, Google, or Facebook dominated the internet experience? Explain your answer. If Apple dominated the internet, then there would be lots of services that came onto our devices, much more service-oriented experience. If Google dominated the internet, then the world would be more searching and be a lot more education based, I would say, and a lot more factual research. Um, And if Facebook dominated the internet, then there would be more social searching. So the internet would be based on likes and interests. One of my questions was how much of Facebook's earnings come from Instagram? And I did a little research, found out that last quarter Instagram made approximately $2 billion, which is a whopping 15% of Facebook's ad revenue for that quarter. My second question was, what is the sales difference between iPhones and Google Pixels? According to an article I found, Google would need a full year to sell as many smartphones as Apple sells in 1 week. In 2017, Apple could sell 3.9 million iPhones in 6.6 days. Finally, my conclusion, each of these powerhouses has their own individual strength. Their competition is fierce, and they're all trying to get into the same field, the internet. Um, I believe each has their own perks. Personally, I use Google heavily on my Windows laptop, but I also have an iPhone 11 and I have a Facebook account that I don't really use. But I do have an Instagram account and I use the hell out of that. Finally, I believe that each will need to work. Each will need work to dominate the internet. Facebook has to reach out with the drones and satellites. Google has to find more attractive devices that incorporate mobile friendliness. Apple needs to expand Siri and find ways to make it perform complex tasks across many applications. And this has been case study number 7 by John Gilbert.